You may hear about the Missouri Senate often, but do you ever wonder what's really going on behind the scenes? All of us here have people at home that we are representing. All of us here have matters that we think are serious for the state of Missouri. So we are trying to do things in an orderly fashion, and we cannot continue to have this chaos. I'm Senate Majority Leader Cindy O'Laughlin, and I'm here to give you that honest view of Missouri politics. Thanks for tuning in to our podcast, Hard Truth with Cindy O'Laughlin. Good afternoon. This is Hard Truth with Senator Cindy O'Laughlin. Each week I come to you to give you a little bit of an inside look at what's happening in the Missouri Senate. This week we started out with a filibuster, and the governor had appointed about 40 people to various positions on commissions and boards, and a small group of senators decided to filibuster those appointees, even though most of them are volunteers. And so we waited about 15 hours and managed to get past that, get the governor's appointees into the positions that they had been appointed for. So we made some positive progress there. The problem with continual obstruction of the Senate business is that we can then not get to the priorities that many of our conservative citizens in Missouri would like to see us do. Some of our priorities are education choice. We have parents who would like to have the ability to send their children to a better school than the one that they are currently attending for various reasons, and that is one of our priorities, to give them that option. We need to do something about illegal immigration. Illegal immigration, as you all know, is flooding the country, and all of those illegal immigrants are straining our safety net, our schools, our hospitals, and so we'd like to address that issue. We would like to address tax reform. We need to find a way to give Missouri citizens more tax relief, particularly in light of the inflationary prices that we're seeing today. Prices for housing, for food, for transportation really are skyrocketing, and we would like to help with that issue to offset some of those increased costs by looking maybe at some tax reform that we could accomplish for you. We'd like to address crime. We need to be sure that we're looking mostly into our urban areas, but it's also a problem in the rural areas. And we want to address crime issues, be sure that we have enough police on duty for our citizens to feel safe. If you don't feel safe, there are all kinds of repercussions from that. And we feel it is our responsibility to be sure that we are keeping Missouri and its citizens safe. So we'll be looking at some issues with crime. Initiative petition reform. This issue has been talked about, but I'm not sure that everyone understands exactly what it is. Citizens who want to place an issue on the ballot that cannot get through the legislature can gather signatures throughout the state. And if they get enough signatures and can qualify for the ballot, then that issue comes before the voters at the next election. One of the things that is happening with initiative petitions is a lot of out-state money is coming into the state of Missouri to basically get the signatures and pass things that our conservative legislature is not in favor of. You will remember the Medicaid expansion. The legislature refused to expand that, not because we don't understand healthcare is an issue, but because the increased amounts for welfare can quickly consume the state budget. So we didn't want to expand Medicaid, but that was done through the initiative petition process. Recreational marijuana was passed through the initiative petition process, and the end of that process, if it passes, is that it then goes into the state constitution. So there's really no way for the legislature to vet the issue, to take public comment, to maybe revise what has passed unless you want to change the Constitution again. So it's really a poor way of legislating issues in our state. We feel like we are elected by you, that we are doing what you want us to do. And obviously, if we're not doing that, you always have the next election where you can elect someone else. So initiative petition reform likely will come to the floor of the Senate in the next week or so, and that might be an issue that you will want to watch. So those are some of the priorities of our conservative Republican legislators, and hopefully if we can keep from having barriers erected by some of our Senate members, we'll be able to get to those soon. Thank you for watching Hard Truth.